Welcome to Abracadabra once again. Today we are going to talk about a book, a very powerful book by Robert Greene. That's the 48 Laws of Power. It's a very powerful book and I just finished reading it. And I think it will be very, very good if I shared it with you. So what we are going to do is we are going to talk about at least 3 laws in each episode. We are going to start with the law 1 to law 48. So the book was first published in 1998 and it's related to power, influence, human behavior, and a lot of things. So this book also talks about the art of seduction, mastery, and how one can shape him or herself. So the first law is never outshine the master. This law is very, very important and it's very deep. Sometimes when we are working under people, you have to be very careful, irrespective of what you know and how you know it. Try your best to stay low. And usually people who do this, the only thing you can see is their success. Some ladies, when we are working under them or when we are serving under them, and you try to prove too much, they also make sure that you never rises. In Ghana here, there is a saying like sometimes you are going to look for work and other things. Even your qualification can make you not to get the job. So let's say I am the boss in the job and I have like a diploma certificate and you are having a degree or something like that. It's very, very difficult, I'll recommend for them to employ you. And sometimes these people, when we employ them, they will now come with their own rules. Someone will say it doesn't matter with the qualification. Yes, it doesn't matter. But it's always good to stay low. Let me give you a clear story. In France, Louis XIV, he was king of France. That was somewhere around 1653 thereabout. That was he employed a military leader called Nicolas Fouquet, and he was the prime minister at that time. So this man became extremely powerful and wealthy. So there was one day he invited the king and the subjects to a party. Now, when the king went to the party and saw how powerful this man is, although the man was just trying to make the king feel comfortable or very welcome, but the king didn't take it as such. The king made sure that this person was imprisoned and dealt with, and he never came out again. So what you should learn from this law is, sometimes let's try and stay low. Now let's talk about the second law. So the second law says never put too much trust in friends. We need friends, yes, but sometimes you should know who you call your friend. Some people go to where they are today because of their friends, and some too has been reduced to nothing because of their friends. Irrespective of how you like someone, there are some secrets you shouldn't share. Because a friend today can be an enemy tomorrow. So whoever you call your friend, you have to be very, very careful. Sometimes you may be doing something and people will be applauding you from behind, but you can't know what is in their hearts. Some of them are carrying much, much darker heart than you can even think of. Now let me give you a story about this part of the law. That's the law 2. I know most of us have heard about Julius Caesar, one of the greatest people to ever walk on earth. But he was betrayed, not by his enemies, by the close people, including his friends and his allies. He got assassinated. But imagine someone like Julius Caesar with this kind of power, with this kind of influence, was able to be deceived by the friends. How much more me and you? So sometimes let's try to make our circle very small. Let's value who you call our friends, because the bigger your circle is, it becomes difficult for you to control what is in it. That's the fact. There are some people, they will meet someone today, the next day the person becomes their friend automatically. They will begin to share secrets. No, some people comes into your life not to stay, but God sent them into our life to teach us something, to just teach us some lessons. So we should be careful who you call our friend. Now let's talk about the third law. So the third law says, conceal your intentions. Sometimes what brings us down is who we share our secrets with. You know, some people, whenever they are about to do something, or whenever they are about to, excel, they tend to give the wrong person the right information. We are Africans and we have to believe in spirituality. There are some people, they are not witches, they are not wizards, no. But as soon as you tell them what you are about to do or a step you are about to make, that will be all, that will be your end. You can never do it again. And if you do it, it will never and ever be successful. They are just like that. So you have to conceal your intentions. You just let people see you winning. That's all. Irrespective, the person is your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. No. There are some secrets, you have to keep it. Don't let people know your next step. No. Try to be strategic. All what they will see is you are winning, and that will be all. Now, let me tell you a story. I know all of us have heard about Trojan horse. At least when we're in, I think JHS, it's a type of virus which affects the computer, and you won't know what is it. I think they have to send you something. You will never know until you open it. When you open it, it will tend to affect the whole system in your computer and other things. This actually come from ancient Greek. That's one of their legends. So let's briefly talk about it. You know, the Greeks were very powerful at their time when it comes to military power, political power, and influence. So it appeared that there was a city called Troy. So according to this legend, the Greek appeared to leave the city of Troy, but they secretly left behind a giant wooden horse containing swords, meaning they made a wood in the form of a horse and soldiers were inside. The Trojans brought it inside their city, unaware of the hidden plan. At night, the soldiers emerged and opened the gates. So that's why the Greeks were able to defeat the city of Troy. They didn't know that there are even soldiers inside the wooden horse. So it caught them by surprise. So that's how the name Trojan horse came about. So this will be the end of part one, and in part two, we are going to talk about the other parts. That will be three laws. That will be law 4, law 5, and law 6. If this is the first time you are seeing this and you actually like it, there is a lot more to come. So what I beg of you is you just hit the follow button, you write your comments. What has a friend done to you? Was it good? Was it bad? If you also have any idea, anything you want us to discuss, you can write it under the comments. Also try and share the video so that you can go far. And I always want to come on live so that we talk. There's a lot we will talk about. There's a lot of mystery books and other things. So try and share and follow. Thank you very much.